Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into the world of side hustles and AI. We're on the hunt for serious money-making potential, and hey, before we even get started, make sure you hit that link in the description. Our friend Matt built a 7-figure business using nothing but ethical email marketing. 30 minutes a day for a 7-figure business. Yeah, definitely worth checking out.
Right. It's amazing what's possible these days. Anyone can build these incredible income streams, and sometimes in the most unexpected ways, the stuff you've shared, like those insights from Ayman Gadzi. And that Shopify Philippines article, it really paints this fascinating picture of how things are changing.
Okay, so let's break it all down. Starting with Ayman's video on side hustles. He's thrown out some pretty big numbers, talking about making 6 figures a year, and even breaking down the monthly earning potential for these different hustles. What really caught my eye was this idea of contractor arbitrage. What exactly is that all about?
It's all about tapping into global talent pools. Essentially, you hire skilled people from countries where the cost of living is lower, and then connect them with clients in places where they pay more. So you're kind of like a bridge. It's a win-win for everyone involved.
So you're leveraging global connections.
Yeah.
Using technology to build a business. But wait a minute. He also mentions becoming a Discord moderator as a potential moneymaker. Can you really make a living doing that?
Believe it or not, yes. Think about it. Online communities are exploding. And the need for moderation, it just keeps growing, especially on Discord servers, the ones focused on gaming or specific interests or businesses. They need moderators to keep things running smoothly, to keep people engaged, even manage partnerships. And when you scale that up, it can become a really profitable business.
So there's a whole market for people who can keep online spaces running smoothly. Never would have thought of that. It's like they say, find a need and fill it.
Exactly. And this applies to so many areas. Like Ayman talks about the demand for TikTok editors. Even big creators need help with their short-form content these days.
He even admitted to editing his own $1 million videos back in the day. Talk about a missed opportunity. But I guess it just shows that everyone needs to delegate, even the people at the top.
It's a good lesson for all of us, whether you're running a business or just trying to manage your time. Delegating frees you up to focus on the things you're good at. And with platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts taking off, there's a whole new world of specialized services out there.
It's crazy how these new platforms create all these new income opportunities. Speaking of which, that Shopify Philippines article had a whole bunch of other ideas, like selling your old stuff online, renting out a room in your house. They even mentioned getting paid to be a content consumer, basically. Getting paid to scroll through social media sounds too good to be true.
It might sound like a dream job, but it's actually addressing a real need. Businesses are drowning in information these days, and they need people who can help them make sense of it all.
So you're not just passively consuming content, you're analyzing trends, filtering information, pulling out valuable insights. It's like being a professional trend spotter.
Exactly. You need critical thinking skills, and you need to understand how information flows online.
Okay, so we've talked about side hustles, but let's shift gears and talk about AI. Ayman has another video where he dives into how AI is shaking things up. He says AI will replace some jobs, but it can also make you more valuable. Kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it?
It's definitely a disruptive force, but I think it's more of a catalyst for transformation. The key is to adapt and figure out how to use AI to your advantage.
He uses this term productized skill, meaning AI can do things that used to require specialized human skills. That's kind of scary when you think about it.
I know it can seem that way, but it's actually a huge opportunity. AI can take care of the repetitive stuff, the time-consuming tasks, which frees you up to focus on things that require human skills. Creativity, critical thinking, problem solving.
So it's not about being afraid of the robots, it's about working with them.
Exactly. AI is a powerful tool. It can make you more productive and help you achieve more.
I like that perspective. He gave some interesting examples of how AI can benefit agencies, content creators, even coaches. Like imagine using AI to transcribe meeting notes or generate presentation slides. That would save so much time and energy.
Exactly. And that time can be used for more important things. Building relationships, refining your strategy, coming up with new ideas. AI can be like an extra team member.
Like a super efficient assistant who never gets tired. But wouldn't all this give an advantage to big companies? The ones who can afford all this fancy AI tech?
That used to be the case. But now AI is becoming much more accessible. There are tons of affordable tools and platforms, many with free trials or basic plans.
So you're saying AI can actually level the playing field,
Right.
give smaller players the tools they need to compete.
Absolutely. It empowers people to build their own businesses, scale their operations, reach a wider audience. It's democratizing access to this powerful technology.
That brings us back to the side hustle conversation. The Shopify article really stressed the importance of finding something you're passionate about, especially when you're juggling a side hustle with other commitments. Makes sense. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's hard to stay motivated.
Passion is definitely key. When you're excited about your work, you're more creative. And you're more likely to stick with it when things get tough. Plus, it just makes the whole journey more enjoyable.
They also talked about the importance of research and planning. It's tempting to just jump into the first exciting opportunity you see, but you really need to validate your idea. Make sure there's a market for it.
Absolutely. Don't underestimate the power of a good business plan. Understanding your target audience, analyzing your competition, mapping out your strategy, all of that can significantly increase your chances of success.
They also had some practical tips on marketing your services. It's not enough to just be good at what you do.
Yeah.
You need to get the word out, connect with the right people.
That's where a strong online presence comes in, a professional website, active social media profiles, engaging content. All of that can make a big difference.
So it sounds like, whether you're interested in side hustles or AI, the key takeaway is that you have the power to shape your own future.
Exactly. You need to be proactive, adaptable, open to new ways of thinking and working. The opportunities are out there. You just have to be willing to seize them.
And if you need a little inspiration, remember our friend Matt.
The one who built a 7-figure business with ethical email marketing.
That's the one. He's living proof that you can achieve amazing things by leveraging the power of the internet.
His story is truly inspiring.
You can find the link to his story in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Now, before we wrap up, let's dive into some specific side hustle ideas from that Shopify article and explore Iman's predictions about how AI will reshape certain industries in the long run.
It's fascinating how many of these side hustles are part of the gig economy. This whole shift towards flexible work, on-demand stuff, it's really changing how we think about traditional jobs.
And it's not just about digital skills either. They had things like pet sitting, landscaping, even childcare. Seems like there's something for everyone, no matter what your interests are or your experience level.
Exactly. It's a really exciting time to be exploring these alternative income streams. The key is to figure out what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and what resources you have. Then find a way to package that into something people need.
Speaking of meeting needs, let's go back to AI for a second.
Hey.
Iman didn't just talk about the general impact of AI. He got specific about how it's going to affect different industries.
Yeah.
He seemed really interested in its potential in healthcare.
What's really interesting, and a little bit scary, is his prediction that AI could eventually diagnose some illnesses better than human doctors. He thinks that AI can analyze all this data and keep up with the latest medical research, which could lead to more accurate and personalized treatments.
That raises some big questions about the future of doctors. Does that mean they'll become obsolete?
I wouldn't say obsolete, but their roles will definitely change. Imagine a future where doctors work with AI, using its analytical power, while they focus on the human side of things, empathy, communication, building trust with patients.
It's like we're on the verge of a new era, a partnership between humans and machines, not just in healthcare, but everywhere. It's kind of daunting, but also really exciting.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that AI is a tool. It can help us do more. And it can free us up to focus on what makes us human, our creativity, our empathy, our ability to think critically and solve problems.
So what does all this mean for our listeners? Whether you're thinking about a side hustle, exploring AI, or just curious about the future of work, one thing is clear. The world is changing fast, and it's up to you to decide how you're going to navigate it.
The key is to be proactive, adaptable, open to new ways of doing things, embrace the opportunities, don't be afraid to experiment, and never stop learning. The future belongs to those who are willing to step outside their comfort zones and seize the moment.
And if you need a little inspiration, remember our friend Matt.
The one who built a 7-figure business with ethical email marketing.
Yep, that's him. He's living proof that you can create amazing success by using the power of the internet. You can find the link to his video in the description. Check it out. You won't regret it. Until next time, keep jiving deep.
That Shopify article had like 28 different side hustle ideas. Everything from being a virtual assistant to renting out your stuff. What stood out to you?
It's interesting how many of these are all about the gig economy, like this shift towards flexible work,
Yeah.
on-demand stuff. It's changing how we think about work.
Yeah, and it's not just digital skills either. They had stuff like pet sitting, landscaping, childcare. There's literally something for everyone.
Totally. It's a great time to explore different ways to make money. You just got to figure out what you're good at, what you enjoy, and what you have to work with. Then figure out how to turn that into something people need.
Speaking of meeting needs, let's circle back to AI for a minute. Iman didn't just talk about AI in general. He got into how it's going to change specific industries. He seemed really into its potential in healthcare. It's exciting, but also kind of scary. Like his prediction that AI could diagnose some illnesses better than doctors. He thinks AI can look at so much data and keep up with all the latest medical research, so it could give more accurate and personalized treatments.
Wow, so what happens to doctors then? Do they just disappear?
I don't think they'll disappear, but their jobs will change for sure. Imagine doctors working with AI. AI does the analysis, and doctors focus on the human stuff. Empathy, communication, building relationships with patients.
So it's like this new era of teamwork, humans and machines working together. It's a little intimidating.
Yeah, but it's also a huge opportunity. We need to see AI as a tool. It helps us do more and frees us up to focus on what makes us human. Creativity, empathy, critical thinking.
So for our listeners out there, whether you're thinking about a side hustle or exploring AI, or just curious about the future of work, the message is clear. The world is changing.
Yeah.
And you get to decide how you're going to be a part of it.
Exactly. Be proactive, be adaptable, be open to new ways of doing things.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And if you need a little inspiration, remember our friend Matt built a 7-figure business using ethical email marketing.
That's amazing.
You can find the link to his story in the description below. It might just be the push you need to start your own journey. Until next time, everyone, keep diving deep.